I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I'm a coach who helps people in a variety of different ways that can involve your career, job search, hiring more effectively, career development, managing and leading, workplace related issues, a whole host of different things. Someone had a concern about what managers think of people who've taken a step backward in their career. And there's a couple of variables to the question let me lay out. And I'm going to first deal with the economic times in which this is occurring. So, times are bad, firms are more forgiving. Now, when I hear the term manager, I think about staff level people. What kind of step down are you taking? You're going to go from a senior developer to a developer level 2. No big whoop. Are you going from a director to a manager? Times are bad. People get that, especially if you say, hey, look, there really weren't a lot of choices in my market area for what I do. So I'm not independently wealthy. I'm sure you didn't see my name on the list of wealthiest Americans on Forbes or Fortune. I need to get back to work, and there just weren't choices. That always works in bad times. In good times, there needs to be as good an explanation as that one. So, for example, I had an opportunity to learn fill in the blank. Firm was going to pay for my training. It was a great opportunity. Yeah, I'd have to take a step down in title, but the work was going to be phenomenal. People get that. So, bad times. Now let's go to good times. Person's taking a step down. You better have a good story. As a manager, taking a step down, not many good stories that you can tell. Even that one I just did a moment ago about the great opportunity to learn something, people get nervous when they hear that story because they smell BS. After all, for you to take a step down, you're an adult. You've got responsibilities. Like, you probably took less money for this opportunity. They don't like that. Staff level individual, that story I told earlier, that one can work. Now let's go further. I want to be clear about title. So the question was asked about what does a manager think? I want to deal with it at a variety of levels. So you're C-suite and you're talking to a senior executive and they took a step back a few years before. You better have a good reason and related to the economy for why that made sense, like the one I gave earlier. But most of the time, it isn't really liked. They wonder whether they're hiring someone else's loser who along the way not only stubbed their toes, couldn't land, wasn't maybe as good as they're claiming to be. Everyone likes to see a nice, smooth career progression. Why? Well, that signifies to them the person who's always on, let's do it this way, always on the way up in their career. So when they hire you, it's part of that progression. Fundamentally, there are excuses in bad times. Firms are more forgiving of staff level individuals than more senior individuals who do that. Although in economic times that are poor, they're more forgiving. But you better have a good story worked out and be able to sell it, be able to tell it in a way that has sincerity and conviction. Hope you found this helpful. I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I started to be called the Big Game Hunter when I began in recruiting because I used to hunt down leaders and staff. Now I coach people in organizations, as I said earlier. And if you're interested in one-on-one coaching from me, with any of those areas, job search, hiring better, managing and leading, career development, workplace related issues, executive coaching, reach out to me through my website, which is thebiggamehunter.us. At the site, you'll see a button on a variety of pages that says schedule. Schedule time for a free discovery call, schedule time for multiple types of coaching. I would love to help you. I also want to mention that the site has a lot of great information. As of this point, it's more than 8,000 posts that you can watch, listen to, or read that'll help you. And you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking the small icon in the lower right or the picture of me in the upper left to get notified when I release something new. Or you can watch me on TV. If you have a Fire TV or a Fire TV stick, download the app called Job Search TV. On Apple TV, Roku, Sony, Samsung, like 90 TV platforms, download an app called BingeNetworks.tv. I appear in the business channel there. Have a great day. Take care.